Number one, space for conservation has doubled up.
Okay.
In as much as there was free space then, but not structured before that. Poaching was a big problem, and I've actually seen, even if there was no data, there's no data to support the same. You talk of the number of wildlife. Take for example, warthogs. They almost got extinct. And today they are, as in numbers.
Right.
Elephants also came back, and we can see in big numbers here. They don't used to be as many, though there was, vast land then, before 2010. But now at least you can see big numbers of elephants within this area.
Yes.
And they're actually being successful in terms of raising their calves and all that. I can also say it's getting better because everybody's participating now in conservation.
Yes. And would you say
Well,
that
how we manage to fight the war against poaching, it's because we engage community. We used the community to help us flush out the poachers within the area.
Wow.
So it's now it's a collective responsibility. A community member will now today call you, say, hey, I can see a sick zebra somewhere, injured zebra that cannot move. It's now everybody taking care of this wildlife.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's better. It's getting better.
Wow.
And of course with the benefits that people are getting, because they don't used to actually see, they didn't realize any benefit from wildlife at all.
Right.
But today if you talk of good schools in terms of infrastructure, you come to the Mara. You talk of good roads, go to conservancies, at least Maram roads and all that. You talk of school fees or bursaries, you will get from the conservancy. Income, monthly income, you get from the conservancy. So you can imagine an old man who is seated home, is not going to school, who is earning almost an equivalent of what a teacher is earning today in Kenya. A government teacher.
Yes.
So if that family is getting it without doing anything, it's just letting their land free for wildlife conservation, and they still graze their cattle in the same land, which was the primary use of the land, either way.
Now, today, since we have all these different benefits, and back then, when this was just getting started, what tactics or what was used to help people lease their land and to get them to see the vision that y'all had that is here today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're asking the tactics that you're using to...
So, like back from 2010, I don't know if you were still able to say, like, hey, if you do this, we can do the protective boma. If you take your fences down, we can do this.
Yeah.
Right.
We did not have fences then.
Mm-hmm.
And also it was very easy to form Naboshi. Naboshi was formed in a very short time, or established in a short time. Because basically there was no fence, there were few settlements. And then again we started in Nabosho.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, when we were doing Nabosho, we started to introduce green energy to the community. Because then I was working with, and so what happened, we introduced, of course we had predator bombers then as well. Yes, because especially for the people in the buffer, that were adjacent to Nabosho, we were giving them predator bombers. We also had solar energy introduced to the community. That's the first time the community started seeing a solar lamp. People used to burn kerosene with tin lamps, which were hazardous to their eyes because of the fume from kerosene and all that. It was not good for their health. Then that's where we started to introduce solar lamps, and how the solar lighting exploded in Kenya, the small plug and play solar lamps. that's how we all started in Aposho. So those are the kind of strategies we were using. But mainly, the other strategy is the traditional way of lifestyle of living by the community. They were very much used to communal living. And abortion means coming together. That's the meaning of the word abortion in Mam.
Okay.
Coming
I did not know
together.
that.
So the main driver of abortion was that unity of purpose, embracing that unity. Maasai community used to live in one area and set aside all the other areas for grazing, and they used to have what they call managed grazings, traditional managed grazing. During the dry season, this is where we are grazing. During the wet season, this is where we can. In different seasons of the year, they knew where to graze at any given time of the year.
Yes.
So basically, because of that, they wanted to have an open space which they can benefit from in terms of rent of leases, in terms of bursaries, but as well they can have a grazing area, open field for their livestock grazing. So grazing was the main motivation for the formation of Naboisho Conservancy.
And here, if it was to be the same way, how would you say that those communities differ? I know you say that in Nabosha there wasn't too many, so
yeah,
it's
the same people that are in
different.
Nabosha are here.
Okay.
The ones that are grazing in Nabosha, even people here, they don't have livestock here. Well, they don't have a lot of livestock.
Right.
You will come to a homestead, you find 3/4 of their livestock are either in Nabosho or Mara North or in whatever. So they are not, nobody is living here with
Okay.
their cattle. So their cattle is not as many in Pardamat. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
So, in terms of, since you can't say grazing for that, then those other benefits are the only thing that would
Yeah, there was
encourage.
grazing.
Right.
There's also the element of bursaries for their school-going children, because they have a bursary kitty, which started just long ago, which was another motivation for the same.
Yes.
Because education is key now. There's a lot of okay, and also the element of employment was another one. Guiding school was also key. Now that there were a lot of guides that are produced in guiding school, then the motivation was we need to increase tourism in the Mara space for tourism so that we can get employment for our local guides, for our local youth that would need an employment and for that. So the number of things that, yeah, it's a combination of very many things.
And it's a lot of moving parts.
Sorry?
It takes a lot. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
It does.
This is amazing. And I can't wait to come back again. I don't want to keep you for too long because I know, like, you being late was completely fine, but I know that you still have, like, other stuff in your day to do.
Not a problem. I have things to do at 2. So, did you guys see the college?
Not yet. We've only seen this portion over here, but not the college yet.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Let me, probably take the college so that you guys can be able to